I don't know whether you two have ever met, have you?
Yes, indeed we have. Leslie was here responsible for me joining the department. How are you, Colonel?
I'm very well, thank you.
How is Abu Tafa?
Very hot.
Do sit down.
Thank you.
I've never been in that part of the world. Interesting?
Not really, not unless you're power mad or like the smell of oil. There's nothing else.
Which is the reason why we're here, Hunter.
Yes, sir?
Colonel Leslie has been acting for the British government as political advisor to the Sultan. We have reason to believe that things could go badly wrong there any time now unless we move in quickly.
Last year, the oil companies paid the Sultan over 43 millions in royalties.
And he still isn't satisfied. He's got his eye on other people's oil as well.
British protectorate.
Exactly.
But it's a small place. What does he use for an army?
There are over 3 million people, plus a lot of underprivileged Arabs, and, of course, the Russians.
Why the Russians?
Look, we're in Abu Tafa now, looking after the Sultan's interests for him, but it hasn't been easy. If the Sultan starts to yell that we've cheated him, he'll ask the Russians to move in with one of their aid programs. It could develop into a Vietnam of the Middle East, with everyone pretending to protect the Sultan.
He's well able to protect himself. He's got 21,000 trained men, 5 medium tanks, a squadron of armoured cars, and a half a dozen fighter jets.
But no general. No trained military commander. Now, we're hoping to pull out in 18 months. An experienced man could have the army in cracking shape by that time. There's nothing to stop him.
And he has one.
Almost. He's approached a chap called Brigadier Pringle, who used to be in command of our forces in Abu Tafa some years ago.
Will he accept?
I'm sure he will. The Sultan pays damn well, and Pringle likes war. That's all he knows.
What do you know about him, sir, that we can use?
Nothing.
Oh, that's a good start.
The same old section. No one ever tells anyone anything.
There's nothing to tell.
Except that Pringle must be stopped.
At any cost.
Put him in a red file.
Red file?
Our coding system, sir. Anyone put in a red file can be stopped in any way the operative thinks fit, including death.
Use your own judgment.
That's that over there, Mr. Callan.
Fancy a bowl of soup?
What if you say so, Mr. Callan?
It's all right, mate. You don't have to drink it. Go on. And lonely. You don't know me, right?
Good evening, Miss Pringle.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Bellamy. How are you?
Very well, thank you very much, miss.
Oh, move it.
What's it? What's
Pringle. Why don't you just get out of the way? You've had your soup, now move it. Go on. Your name is Pringle, isn't it?
Yes, it is. If you want any soup, please don't push the others.
Your father, Colonel Pringle, DSO, MC Bar.
Yes, that's right. What can I do for you, Mr.
Callan, Dave Callan. I reckon that your father owes me a job, miss. Do you know that her father, he got me kicked out of the army? I reckon he owes me a job, right?
Doing what?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's up to him, isn't it? It's all a bit tricky, you see, because I've done bird 5 years.
What did you do?
Smashed open a safe, didn't I?
And before that?
I was in the army.
With my father?
With your father, yeah. You don't know her father, just the same as her. Always asking questions.
What do you do now, Mr. Callan?
I'm a bit of life's flotsam, that's what I am, Miss Pringle. Here, look, can't you help me?
Is there any reason why I should?
Well, I'm skint, aren't I, thanks to your father. I mean, I can't get a job.
Can't or won't. Have you got a trade?
Yeah, I've got a trade, locksmith, haven't I?
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear's right. Oh, thank you very much, miss, for your help. Do you hear what she said? Did you hear that? I mean, you know, these bloody do-gooders, they're all the same, mate, aren't they? You want your real help, they can't give it, you might as well drop dead.
Callan, listen to me. Come back tomorrow. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, well, I see, won't I?
Have you had any soup?
It's a bad one, this, I'm afraid. We've got nothing on the man. And apart from one letter asking him to take command of the army, we've got nothing from the Sultan for weeks.
Sounds difficult, sir.
It's a damn nuisance, particularly just now. I'm off to Moscow in a couple of days, and I wanted this one cleared up first.
Moscow? I didn't know, sir.
Didn't you? I should have sent you a memorandum.
Sorry, sir. I didn't mean that, sir.
I'm going to arrange security for the President's visit. If you can spare me.
We'll do our very best, sir.
In any case, an old friend of yours is coming to sit in for him for a few weeks, Colonel Leslie.
Colonel Leslie, sir?
Yes, he's been out in Abu Tafa, which is how we know about Pringle. Have I said something funny?
No, sir. No. Not exactly funny, sir. There were I could think of someone who might be frankly amused, sir.
Callan, sir.
Yes, well, I don't want Callan told while he's working on this job.
No, sir, of course not, sir.
Send him in. Let's hope he's got somewhere. Cena?
Yes, sir.
And?
What's the matter with him, then?
That's enough, Mears.
I'm sorry, sir.
I asked you a question, Callan. Did you get anywhere?
Yes, sir. Got to give it time. She hasn't talked to her dad yet. When she does, he'll see me.
Well, as you know the Brigadier so well, Callan, I'm expecting quick results.
Come along, Sarah. Time we were off.
Daddy, there's hours yet. Anyway, I'm not sure that I want you to come.
I am a trustee, you know.
I don't want any scenes.
I only want to see the chap, that's all. If it's him, I may be able to help. Quite simple. Come on.
Good evening, Mr. Callan.
Oh, hello, miss. Could you... I mean, you know, were you able...
Callan?
Colonel?
I've been promoted, Callan. I was a brigadier before I retired.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. You've been doing pretty well for yourself, too, I hear?
Well, I'm not in the army anyway.
Prefer prison, do you?
Did you have to tell him that?
Won't go any further, Callan.
Thanks.
How the devil did you get into this mess?
We had a lot of excitement, didn't we, out in the jungle? Then you got me chucked out. I suppose I missed it.
You still steal?
Oh, Father, please.
Be quiet, sir. I know what I'm doing. Do you?
No, I don't.
You're sure?
If I stole, mate, I wouldn't be standing here, would I?
You're still as arrogant as ever, anyway. Want a job?
Doing what?
Looking after my house? Serving a table? Cleaning up?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be any good as a batman, would I?
No, I'll be the judge of that. Get yourself cleaned up, get some decent clothes, and report to my house tomorrow morning. Address is on the card. Ask for my cook, Mrs. Carr.
Sir.
Off you go. And don't get drunk.
Sir.
Thank you, Father. You must have been a very good soldier.
It depends what you mean by a soldier. He was brave enough, certainly, but far too much of an individualist for the army. He always questioned orders, went his own way. That's why he stayed a private. I made him up to corporal twice, and I broke him twice. Finally, I got him chucked out.
Well, why do you bother now?
My dear, an army is merely a device for killing the enemy. And as a killer, Callan was unequaled.
This isn't the job for a healthy young fella like you.
Well, that's all I can get, isn't it?
What, chap your age? Don't seem natural. Orbears now.
Who?
Orbears. Chap who had the job before you. Oh, he used to love it. Yes, sir, no, sir. Please let me lie down while you walk on me, sir.
I used to know him.
Huh? Where?
In the army, he was my sergeant.
What do you make of him?
Not much.
Fighting. Always on about fighting. You ever done any?
Yeah.
Where?
Malaya.
You want to talk about it?
No.
Oh, then you and me'll get on all right. No peace and service, son. Think you'll be able to stand it?
Well, it's better than starving, isn't it?
You tell me that next week.
You rang?
Yes, Callan, I wanted a word with you. Settled in all right?
You all right?
Quarters suit you?
Very nice.
Very nice, sir.
Very nice, sir. Sorry, sir, I'm not used to it.
It wouldn't take long. You were the worst soldier I ever saw. But you liked Malaya, didn't you?
Always like a bit of travel, sir?
You know what I mean.
Will that be all, sir?
Yes, that's all. For now.
Very good, sir.
Dr. Madani, please. Oh, Madani? Springle here. I rather wanted a word with you, old man. Yes, I realize that, but this is important. I want to see you now. This afternoon? Yes, that's all right. John?
Callan,
Yes, miss?
you were listening.
Oh, no,
I
miss.
saw you. I want to talk to you.
Yes, miss. It's only your word against mine, isn't it, miss?
You were listening. I saw you.
All right, so tell him, let him fire me.
Oh, Callan, it isn't that. You know it isn't. I want to know why.
Oh, look, miss, I mean, it was only eavesdropping. I mean, it's only natural, and it's like telling lies.
Callan, please.
All right. Why'd your father give me this job? He hates my guts anyway. He knows I've never done this sort of thing in my life.
He wanted to help you.
Why?
Because you needed help. And charity's no good to you. You need a job, independence. I could tell that the moment I first talked to you. You should be grateful to him, not spying on him.
Oh, miss, I wasn't spying on him. It's just that where I've been, you don't trust anybody. I mean, you daren't.
Do you honestly think my father's like that?
No, miss, no, not anymore. But, I mean, why don't he tell me things?
What?
Well, why don't he tell me things like you tell me?
Well, my father's not very good with words. You should know that, Callan.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, miss. I'm very sorry.
Well, if you really mean that, we'll forget it. Now go and put the car away for me, will you?
Yeah, that'd be a pleasure, miss.
Not bad, Callan. Not bad at all.
Thank you, sir.
Like your job, do you?
Yes, sir.
You're a liar. It's the best I can offer you just for the moment. Tell me, Callan, if I could offer you something a little more exciting, would you take it?
Doing what, sir?
The only thing you're any good at, soldiering.
Well, I thought you said that I was the worst soldier you ever saw, sir.
In peacetime, yes.
We're going to fight a war, sir?
I may be. I'd like you to join me. Think it over.
Yes, sir. Brigadier Pringle's residence. Would you hold the line, sir? General Klinger, sir.
Oh. All right, Callan, you can go.
Sir.
Sir? How are you? What are you doing here? Oh, that's marvellous. Yes, yes, of course we must meet. Yes.
Oh, Callan.
Yes, miss? Oh, allow me, miss.
Oh, thank you. Have you seen my father?
Yes, miss, he's up in his room. It's a General Klinger just telephoned.
Klinger?
Yes, miss.
Is he here in America?
Well, I've really no idea, miss. I could endeavour to ascertain should you so require.
No, thank you, Callan.
Right, miss.
Oh, by the way,
Miss?
it's not too bad, but you're overdoing it.
Yeah, well, it's bloody hard work. Miss.
Oh, sir, have you a moment, please?
Oh, sorry, Daddy, I'm due to a meeting.
Yes, that can keep.
Sorry, they'll be waiting for me.
I'm waiting for you. do wish you'd try to be a little more cooperative, Sarah. After all, you are my daughter.
Daddy, we've been through all this.
Of course, I realize that those drunken, idle, good-for-nothings mean far more to you than I do.
Daddy,
but I
please.
am your father.
Yes?
Oh, God. Why do we always have to get off on the wrong foot like this? Help me, Sarah, please. Thank you. Now, the Sultan's still pressing me to join his staff.
As a general?
Yes, well, they'd call me an advisor until independence, and after that I'd be commander-in-chief. He's offering 20,000 a year, and an estate, a palace. You'll be a princess.
Oh, Daddy.
Have I said something funny?
Yes, of course you have. A princess. Daddy, look at me. Can you see me lying on a heap of cushions eating Turkish delight?
You know I didn't
doing
mean
the dance
anything
of
like
the
that.
Seven Veils.
Sarah, stop it!
I don't belong in the Arabian Nights, Daddy.
Where, then? The annual report of the Prisoners' Aid Society?
Why not? I can be of some use there.
I need you with me.
You've never needed anybody. Not Mummy and not me.
I can still do it, Sarah, but not on my own.
You mean that?
Yes.
How bloody selfish.
You're my daughter. You're all I've got.
Well, that's what my drunken idle good-for-nothings say, too. You're all I've got, miss. If it wasn't for you, I'd be back in the nick right this minute. Well, is that what you want me to do? Put them back in the nick?
They're nothing, those people. They're scum.
Exactly. But they need me.
Damn it, I need you. I'll go on my own, then.
You see? You don't need me at all.
Please, Sarah. Please. Very well. Very well. I've a guest coming for dinner. It'll be a business meeting, very boring. I think it'd be best if you went out.
General Klinger?
Who told you that?
Callan said he phoned. I asked him. Very well. I'll eat out. By the way, what are you going to do with Callan when you go to Abu Tafa?
I'll take him with me.
As a batman?
I'll find a use for him.
Good day.
Yes, smashing.
Do you want a bit on a certainty?
Yeah?
What's that?
Oh, that's a very good key, that is. That's nice.
Yeah, I know it's a good key. What's it for?
A safe deposit.
Got any idea where?
Oh, that could be a lot of places, Mr. Callan. That's the truth, Mr. Callan, honest.
All right, I'll tell you what you do. Belongs to a geezer called Brigadier Fingal. I want you to follow him. I want to find out where he keeps his safe deposit.
What for, Mr. Callan?
Money.
Oh, well, in that case, you're on. Just one thing, Mr. Callan. No more rough stuff. It makes me nervous.
Yeah, I know, I can smell that. You want another up tip?
Yeah?
2 bob. Turkish bath. You'll clean up.
Well, you are remarkably healthy, Brigadier.
I'm fine, Majali, I told you.
But for the next few days, you are not well at all. You understand? Otherwise, I cannot come here and talk to you. So, have you made up your mind?
Yes, I'll go.
And your daughter?
No, she stays here.
It will be better this way. You will see. Women have no place in a war. Loosen your shirt, please.
I'm all right, Doctor.
But the Sultan wishes to be sure. Now breathe in. Again. Good. Again. Good.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well, so General Klinger is here? Oh, I am a spy after all, Brigadier.
Not in my house, I hope.
No. There are other ways. You have seen him?
He phoned. He's having dinner with me.
Excellent. Wouldn't you say so?
You're the spy, Majali, not me.
And you are a soldier on active service. It is your duty to collect information. And Klinger knows very well the American plans for the Middle East. Those plans would be of great value.
I know.
Also, he drinks a great deal, and you do not. Besides, he's a friend of yours. He admires you. He trusts you.
I thought you chaps believed a guest was sacred.
We did in our primitive days. But since then, Europe has taught us so much. Believe me, Brigadier, we are very grateful. Now this, for instance.
What is it?
A little help in your problem with Klinger. Taken with alcohol, it makes one very truthful indeed. Use it, please.
Very well.
One moment, Brigadier. I have something else for you. A little prescription. This is a mild sedative for you, Brigadier, just in case you need it after your dinner party.
Now it's American generals. His Nibs just ordered curry.
Perhaps he likes curry.
He does. Hot as hell. I only hope the Yank does. Oh, and he wants you to put the hawk on ice.
All right.
2 bottles.
Yeah.
And dry martinis. You'll have to carry the Yank home.
Yeah, well, I'll get him a taxi, won't I?
Oh, you better take that lot to the dining room. All right, I'll go.
Mr. Callan, please.
Callan?
Yes, I've got this radio of his that I promised I'd bring back for him.
Oh, well, it won't be a minute. I suppose you better come in, only
Thank
we're
you.
very busy.
Thanks very much.
Did you say it was a radio?
Yes, well, I was trying to flog it for him. You know, he's short of a few bob, and I thought...
You want a cup of tea?
Oh, that'd be lovely. I don't want to put you to any trouble.
Oh, it's all right. Might as well sit down. He'll only be a minute.
Thanks.
Oh, you all laid up then?
No, I'll do it later, love. I've got to have a sit down. Hello, Tobe.
Hello, Dave.
What's that, then?
What's that radio you wanted me to flog?
Oh, yeah.
I had a buyer for it. He let me down.
Ah.
I thought you'd better have it back.
Yeah, right. Well, tell.
You don't want to leave it too long. Takes longer than you think, you know, if you're going to lay proper.
Yeah, all right. I'll do it in a minute, love.
Now, you want to start from the outside and you work in. You want your soup spoon first, then your fish
Yeah, all
knife,
right.
and-
All right, Mrs. Carr. Give me a breather, love, will you?
I shouldn't bother with it, love. It doesn't sound right, actually, Dave. Shouldn't be surprised if it needs new battery. It's worth having a look at.
New battery. Yeah, right. I'll take it up and have a look at it.
I was looking forward to a nice bit of music.
Yeah, well, some other time. I don't want to get messed up, do I? You know, covered in curry powder.
Well, I suppose I'd better be off.
You hang on. I'll be done in a minute.
All right, not too long, darling, because I've got a date.
Right.
Well, finish me tea. Cheers.
Who are you with, then?
With?
You're in service, aren't you?
No, not me, love. I'm in second-hand motors. Matter of fact, I've got something that would just suit you.
Oh, have you indeed? Cheeky.
Yes? Hello, Joan. It's Sarah.
Sarah, how are you?
I'm fine. Listen, ask me to supper, can you? Daddy's having a visitor and I'm in the way.
Must it be tonight?
Yes, I'm afraid it must. Oh, say no if it's a nuisance.
Oh, it's only my hair. It can wait. Of course, come round.
Thanks.
Don't know what we've got. Probably bangers.
Oh, that's lovely. I'll bring a bottle. See you about 7, okay?
Fine. Bye-bye. Bye.
Is it working?
Perfectly. Miss Pringle is going out for supper.
Absolutely riveting.
Oh, I saw Charlie the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was asking for you.
Right, I'm afraid you'll have to get rid of your friend, Dave.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. Am I in the way? You should have said something.
It's all right, only we do have this party coming to dinner, and the Brigadier gets very fussy if everything isn't ready on time. You know what I mean.
She means this general.
He knows what I mean.
He's a Yank.
Yank General?
Yeah, Klinger or something.
Klinger.
Hmm?
Well, I suppose I'd better be off. You ever thought of making a career of that? Well, I'll see you then. Thanks very much for the tea, love. See, I'll tell Charlie I saw you.
Yeah, do. I'd hate him to forget where I am.
Right. Ta-ra.
How'd you manage to get a friend like him?
Can't you leave those books alone for a moment?
Even charities have paperwork. They're important.
Damn lot of layabouts. Sarah, I'm talking to you.
I had noticed, Daddy.
I made up my mind. I'm going to Abertafa very soon. Oh, there'll be money enough to keep you here. You needn't worry about that.
Oh, thanks.
And if you should change your mind, I'll arrange to have you flown out straight away.
I am not coming. How many more times do I have to tell you? And I'm going out now. Have a nice evening playing at soldiers.
You know, Sarah, sometimes you're really very stupid. You don't even begin to understand what my job's about. When you do, your opinions will be welcome.
Until then, shut up.
Until then, you can go to hell. Oh, go on, play at being a social worker.
All right, miss.
My coat, please, Callan.
Yes, miss.
Thank you. You know, Callan, loving someone is the hardest thing there is.
What did she say?
She said loving someone is the hardest thing there is, sir.
My daughter talking like that to you?
Well, you asked me, I told you.
You insolent bastard!
Wait a minute, will you wait a minute? She was upset. Apparently, she loves you. I can't imagine why. Anyway, that's none of my business, is it? So when do I leave, now or in the morning?
Was that really what she meant?
How do I know what the hell she meant?
Oh, then answer the damn door. And don't talk any more rubbish about leaving. And call me sir!
Thank you, Martin.
Not at all. You busy, Joe?
Oh, boy. How about you?
No, I've retired.
You'll miss it.
Indeed I will.
You know, there's something you could help me with, Martin. Quite unofficially, of course.
Oh, I'll be glad to.
Thank you. We have plans about our Middle Eastern involvement.
I'm sure you have.
But it's hard to make decisions about some places. Now, you know the area. You could help me a lot.
Well, how?
Well, how many troops would it take to hold down Abu Tafa, for instance?
You'd do that?
To keep the Russians out, sure we would.
I see. 2 divisions and air support.
Mm-hmm.
What the devil do you want?
Dinner is served, sir.
I don't believe it.
Well, it's true, every word of it. Thank you, Martin. That was a hell of a good dinner.
You're very kind, Joe.
Black or white, sir? Coffee.
Oh, no, I think I'll have a brandy, Callan.
All right, sir. You, sir?
Black for me, Callan. And let the General have the brandy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Callan.
Sir?
You ever been in the Army?
Oh, yes, sir.
Served with a brigadier, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's what I like to see. Loyalty.
Thank you, sir. There we are, sir.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Callan, you can go.
Yes, sir.
Now, getting back to what we were saying before, Joe. Now, any Middle East policy's got to be long-term. You agree on that?
Oh, yeah. Well, let me explain our setup to you, Martin. See, I expect we're going to be there for at least 25 years.
I'm coming.
Where's your friend and colleague, the cook?
She's lucky. She's gone home.
Is Klinger still here?
Yes, singing his head off.
Was he drunk?
Drunk? He's stinking. Here.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. I reckon Pringle's slipped him something.
Well, have you had anything?
No, not much. Oh, Majali was here again today.
Yes, and he phoned him twice this evening. Incidentally, he'll be coming round 8:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Pringle's told his daughter that he's definitely going.
Ah, but then again, you're going to stop him, aren't you, old boy? Oh.
Fussy, aren't you? Oh, yeah, I'll stop him, yeah. I'll say, Brigadier, I'll say, we really don't want you to go to Abertoffer, I'll say. Honestly, we don't.
Well, there's no need to speak to him nicely. He's in a red file.
Is that what Hunter really wants?
Hunter also wants all the papers, letters, records, anything you can lay your hands on. Plus, whatever information that Klinger has given him.
Right, mate, I know my job. I'll get it when I'm ready.
You know, servants really aren't what they
Yeah,
used
well,
to
I'm
be.
sorry, sir. I'm afraid I can't help you. Perhaps you can help, sir. This gentleman is looking for Crawford Gardens.
Oh, yes. Down to the traffic lights. Third left, first right.
Third left, first right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's a strange time of night to come calling.
Well, he's probably a traveller or something, so you know they keep very odd hours, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, Callan, get General Klinger a taxi, will you, and help him into the damn thing?
Yes, sir.
It's a pretty good show you turned on tonight, Callan. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Always reward good service.
Yes, sir.
And when you've got the General safely off the premises, you can go to bed.
Right, sir.
Coffee tomorrow morning, 8:30.
Very good, sir.
Right. Good night.
Good night, sir. Sir.
So, the dinner party was a success?
Yes.
And you have the information?
Yes. It's good stuff.
Good. Well done, General.
Brigadier, Doctor. I'm just a brigadier.
In Britain, yes. But in Abu Tafa, you are a general. Indeed, your appointment came through this morning.
Oh. Thank you.
And you accept?
Of course.
You realize, of course, that by doing so you become a citizen of Abu Tafa.
Yes.
And your loyalty is to the Sultan.
Yes.
Normally, you would swear on the Holy Quran.
Well, I'm C of E. If I give you my word, I think that should be enough.
That is, forgive the expression, your honor.
Yes.
Very well. Then do I have your word that you will serve the Sultan and obey all his commands?
You do.
Very well then. You will collect all your information and be ready to leave early tomorrow morning.
So soon?
Your security people are on to me. Soon they will reach you, and we need you in Abu Tafa. We will fly out at 2. We will have diplomatic immunity, and we will not be searched.
That's a very odd hour.
And quiet. And peaceful. An hour when nobody bothers.
Callan,
Yes, miss?
I gather you had a lot to do last night.
Yes, quite a bit, miss.
Was it all right?
Yes, I think so, miss.
Tell me, Callan, is this what you really want to do?
Well, I don't know, miss. I mean, it's a start, isn't it?
Yes, but if my father asked you to go with him...
Excuse me, miss. Brigadier Pringle's residence.
Is that you, Mr. Callan?
Hold on a minute, will you? It's a friend of mine, miss. Do you mind if I take the call in here?
Oh, no, not a bit.
Thank you, miss.
We'll talk later, Callan.
Very good, miss. All right, go on.
He's been to his bank, Mr. Callan. London National. Must have used the safe deposit. His briefcase just about bursting.
Where else do you go, do you know?
Nowhere. Isn't he back with you?
Listen, what are you doing tonight?
Nothing. I was thinking of going to pictures.
Right. All right, I'll call you back.
his nips back?
Yeah, he's just got in.
No peace at all, is there,
It's all
son?
go, isn't it?
Come.
You rang, sir.
Yes, Callan. I'm going away for a while.
Oh, yes, sir. Do you wish me to accompany you, sir?
Well, that depends. I shan't need a valet, but I could use a chap like you.
What for, sir?
To kill the enemy, or teaching other chaps how to do it.
And who would the enemy be, sir?
Well, it's hard to say just at the moment. You interested?
How much?
You are interested. Good. I'll write to you. That's all. Oh, and by the way, shan't need you tonight.
Very good, sir.
What did I tell you?
Don't you know what you're doing to him?
I'm letting him use the only talent he's got. It's my only talent, too, you know.
But not for money.
I don't think it's only money with Callan either. I'm leaving tonight, Sarah.
Tonight?
Things are hotting up. Callan will stay on as caretaker when I'm gone, if you like, until I send for him.
Yes, all right.
Well, I think I'll turn in for a bit, if you don't mind. What are you doing tonight? Dining in, or is it one of your soup kitchen nights?
No, I'll ask Callan to bring me some coffee and sandwiches.
Very well, my dear. I'll see you before I leave.
Yes. Come in. Oh, thank you, Callan.
My pleasure, miss.
Would you really do what my father asked you to?
Oh, I don't know, miss. I don't know. I think I'm a bit past it. There we are, miss.
Thank you.
Will that be all, miss?
Yes, thank you.
I'll say good night, miss.
Good night, Callan.
Oh, what a lovely smell, Mr. Cup. Oh, God. Just do with a cup.
Yeah, what a pity it's not for you, mate. This is evidence. All right, on your feet. Now, I want you to wait outside this door here until I come back. I won't be a minute. All right, in the kitchen. And keep your hands in your pockets.
Good evening. Brigadier Pringle.
Oh, I'm
please.
sorry, sir, he's not at home.
I know that is not true.
Well, he doesn't wish to be disturbed, sir. He's resting.
Oh, look, I am his doctor, Dr. Mijeli. It is important I see him.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll announce you first.
Very well. May I use the telephone?
Oh, please do, sir.
مجالي بتكلم. شعون ما يحدث انتظر.
بكلمك بعدين.
My God, she did.
Won't harm you. Come on.
Oh my God, you croaked her as
She's
well.
having a nap.
Oh, she wakes up.
We wakes up, mate. We get nicked, right? Move that stuff. Right, there it is, just like I told you. Double lock, high tensile steel, and you've got 20 minutes.
Charlie?
I've got a doctor here, sir. Would you like to send someone to fetch him?
Why, is he too big for you, Callan?
I'm about to look for the papers that you wanted, sir. I can't do every bloody thing. All right, mate, how you going?
Oh, it's no good, Mr. Callan. I'll have to blow this.
Are you sure?
Look, I can't make 2 keys for a thing like this in the time we got.
All right. I mean, look, just be as quick as possible. Keep the noise down.
What about his nibs?
Listen, you look after the safe, I'll look after the rough stuff.
Hello. Hello?
Your alarm call, sir. 9:45.
Thanks very much.
Hold that. All right, mate, get behind the door.
What the hell's going on,
I
Callan?
don't know, sir. I heard this bang, and then I saw this fella standing here.
It wasn't me.
Right, Brigadier, now move it round. Go on, Lonely. Scarper.
Certainly, Mr. Good night, Mr. Callan, and good night to you, sir.
What is this, Callan?
I'm taking you in.
In, man? In where?
Prison.
Fool, Callan. You always were. What are you going to do when my colleagues arrive?
He's already here. I made him harmless.
Where's my daughter?
She's all right.
If you harmed her...
She's all right, I said. She'll have a very nasty headache in the morning, just like General Klinger.
What else did you find out?
Everything. And what I don't know is already in there.
Listen, man. Don't be an idiot. You could be on my staff.
Hard enough, sir.
You'd be well paid. A damn sight better money than you can get in this country, and the kind of job you like, Callan.
The kind of job I like, mate, didn't I? You bloody taught me how to kill. And when I got too rough, mate, you didn't like it, did you? So you got me chucked out. And I got 2.5 years in the glass house. Well, now I'm quite happy now, you see. In security.
Security?
Yeah.
So that explains it. Security is a rat's world. I'm offering you the chance to fight like a man, to fight for something you believe in.
Oh, I'm doing that now, sir.
Why do I bother? You haven't the guts.
Well, don't you try me.
The Americans weren't too happy to hear about Klinger.
I'm not a bit surprised.
Cost him a Senate nomination, too.
What have you done with Majali?
Sent him back with a warning to the Sultan and rather a bad headache.
Was that wise?
Wise?
He won't give up, you know. He'll find the Sultan another Pringle. I'd have stopped him for good.
It was my decision.
But he's a very dangerous man.
If you'd been in charge of the operation, I suppose you'd have had him shot.
Yes, I would.
And Pringle's daughter, too, I suppose.
If necessary, yes. Oh, rather a lot of red files.
Yes, I've been saving them for you, old boy.
Thank you.
Have a good time.
And you. Hope the Russians don't detain you.
John, how about some leave? Do you know I haven't...
Haven't what, Callan?
What the hell are you doing here? Where's Hunter?
He's gone to Moscow. I'm standing in for him.
That's all I need.
Where are you going?
Me? I'm going on leave till he gets back.
Leave? Hardly think so, Callan. Take your pick.
All red.
Of course.
Of course. Everyone a prize? Oh, my God, you're back all right, mate.
Come on. Come on, buddy. There we are. Come on, there. Hello?
How is he?
Oh, much better. Even if he still finds it a bit tricky at lampposts.
Father.
What do you say, huh? Huh? You say woof woof, too? Come on. Come on. In you go, my little sausage. Voila. Ah, now you do it. In the window. I am coming. What time is it?
It's 10:30, and it's the second Tuesday in the month.
We're late. Better do it at once, yes?
Let me give you a hand with those.
I tell you, you take this one, yes? Come on, Pooch. Come on, my little Pooch. One. Come on, Pooch. Come. Where are you? Daddy, Daddy. I was hoping they would leave us alone.
It'll soon be someone else's turn.
Yes. And that's when one feels most nervous. Don't you feel nervous?
I'll be glad when it's over, that's all. For your sake.
Callan is here, Mr. Hunter.
Oh, good.
Shall I send him in?
I expect he'll barge in on his own. Ah, Callan.
You wanted me?
Yes, I thought we might have a quiet lunch together just for old time's sake. Help yourself.
No, no, thanks. You can get a nice veal and ham pie just round the corner.
Yes, but the coffee's not as good. So, you're permanently and officially back in the section, eh? You enjoying it?
Yeah.
Really, you do surprise me.
It's a very good job. Now, how long did you say you were staying?
A couple of weeks.
Back in a couple of weeks. I'll leave a message on the real boss's desk, will you?
Callan, I don't have to threaten you now, do I? I just order you.
I'm officially on leave.
I've just officially cancelled it. Sit down. You do disappoint me, Callan, really.
Oh, dear, I am sorry to hear that.
After all these months with such nice people around, I thought your manners might have improved.
Let's get to the point, shall we?
Right. Eric Marshall, age 52, resident of Britain for 9 years, runs a pet shop in Shepherd's Bush.
Oh, that's where you've been all this time.
Real name Marieshka, real occupation espionage. His daughter Nadia, also well-trained in espionage.
Suddenly, I'm bored.
The pet shop is little more than a sub-post office. We've known about it for over 6 months now.
But you haven't bothered to bring them in, so of course you must be using them.
Well, we placed the odd bit of misleading information. Yes, they're little more than clerks. Transmitting, reducing stuff to microdots, and delivering to dead letterboxes around London.
I wouldn't have thought this one was dirty enough for you.
Ah, but I haven't got to the point yet, Callan.
You sure it's Vashenia? Once again, your name?
Ross.
Roskovich, don't be irritating. You'll spoil my name. Now, you wouldn't want that, would you? Why not be sensible and talk?
I've told you. You must have got hold of the wrong man at the airport. It's ridiculous to suggest that I'm a spy.
Oh, really? Yes, now let's see. A magpie at 3 o'clock. That should be just past your left ear. Jolly good accent you have, by the way.
This is a nightmare.
Isn't it?
I never thought it would happen in this country.
Well, it's frightfully bad taste to welcome you like this, I agree, but you see, we do need a spot of information from you rather urgently. Just filling in, you know, code name, so on.
You've got my passport. I'm as English as you are.
Boys, my luck, Roskovich. We're in the same business. I admire your nerve. I don't want to break it. But let's face it, you've joined the hole in one club, straight into our hands.
What's that for?
Don't you play golf?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's my favourite game. Seldom get the chance these days, but I do like to keep in trim. Not a word to the chief, but I use this place for practice swings. It's ideal. This is one of his clubs. You can blast the ball end to end, hard as you like. Now then. Oh, sliced a bit there.
So give it to Toby. He loves animals.
Marshall's a small fry. This is the chap we're really after.
Belyukov.
Yes.
What's Belyukov got to do with a pet shop in Shepherd's Bush? I thought he was in the Middle East.
He caught a virus. He's network controller here in London now. That's exactly the sort of look I'd hope to see on your face, Callan. Beirut, wasn't it? At a table on the Excelsior Terrace. I seem to remember you were very fond of her. She leaned forward to kiss you and got a bullet in the back of the neck. Meant for you.
Where is he?
As far as we can gather, he never puts a foot outside the embassy building.
Oh, he will. Sooner or later, he will.
I want him sooner. In the back of the neck, if you prefer a certain poetry.
You know, ever since you left, this has just been an ordinary job to me. But no, that's not good enough for you, mate, is it? You really got to get me going.
But you always worked much better that way, Callan. Right. The marshals are being recalled and replaced.
Ross. You forgot to give the usual ring.
Sorry.
Now, don't get careless because we're going back.
You're in a bad temper.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little worried, that's all.
Why?
It's after 7. There's still no sign of Ross.
Perhaps he's been delayed.
No, he was on the plane that arrived at noon. I phoned up to check.
Well, he's probably taking a first look around London. He may have had some special call to make.
In that case, the embassy should have let us know. Sure,
Are you feeling giddy again?
No, I've been processing, that's all.
You should have let me make those dots. You know what your eyes are like.
I'm fine. My eyes are sparkling.
Look what I've got.
What's that?
I went to the travel agent round the corner, just for appearance. Which way would you like to go? Scandinavia? Austria? Turkey?
Austria. Can't you see us in the Alps? Yodeling. Unfortunately, that is up to the Secretariat.
Well, I'd like to go by Istanbul. I've heard it's fantastic. All those nightclubs and mosques and shish kebabs.
You know, I love to hear you sound like a girl of your age should.
We're going home, Father.
Yeah.
Let's have a drink.
Good.
Da-dum. The drink of spies everywhere. Father, you shouldn't try to move that.
Sit up.
Your man takes an unhealthy pleasure in his work.
Is this all you're going to give us?
I could take him back.
There isn't time. Marshal knows he's arrived. He phoned London Airport over an hour ago. All round, you didn't stand much of a chance, did you?
No, I didn't.
However, we aren't complete spoil sports. Mr. Ross will reach his destination, even if he is a little late.
Post.
That's about the 6th toast, you two.
Yeah, well, we're killing the bottle, as they say.
You're certainly a quick learner, Mr. Ross. It's hard to believe you only just got here. The accent's perfect.
Lower middle to working class. I picked it up from a defector. British corporal hopped it over the Berlin War.
But I thought you were in Copenhagen.
Yeah, I was a month unattached before coming here.
Oh, by the way, I meant to ask you about dear old Peter Keflik. How is he? You know, we trained together a long time ago.
He's fine.
Does he still have the house in Klampenberg?
I believe he does, yeah.
What вам surprise? Vatrushka.
Anna Frikosnaya. Есть только один. Гастроном Гиджи Мажни. Достать такую хорошую.
Пожалуйста, попробуйте.
I'm sure it's just quite like my old mum used to bake. Right now, I couldn't eat a thing. Besides, I always make it a very strict rule to speak only the language of the country I'm in.
You're quite right. It was our rule, too, but we've been here too long, Nadia and I. Lately, we've grown a bit homesick.
You'll unsettle him before he's even begun.
No, you like it here. Most people are kind. You know, all that information we put through. Politics. I would like to send a simple, unsecret report on my neighbors. I don't like spying anymore.
Father.
Well, neither do you, if you ever did enjoy it, huh?
You can tell he's ready for retirement. He wouldn't have dared risk saying such a thing a few years ago.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not head of operations.
We call him the ringmaster.
Yes, I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Meeting him?
But Surely you know the system here in England.
In England, nobody meets face to face.
It's been strict policy since those two rings were broken some years ago.
Yeah, but I thought he would have made direct contact every now and then.
Never with us.
Oh, he may rendezvous with others, of course, but we're small fry. We don't matter. Yeah, another drink, yes?
No, not now. Oh, you can brief me on the more important things tomorrow. Right now, I am flogged. Correct usage?
Then, Mr. Ross, I will say, sleep well.
And you.
You can also say whacked or all in.
Ah, and I will remember that.
I've a room for you at the pub across the road. I'll take you over.
These people are too damn nice. Makes you forget what business they're in.
Blaskovich.
Is he here?
Yes, Colonel.
Thank you, Chilienko. That makes my day.
Yes, sir.
You know why, Chilienko? Because if this message hadn't come through, nothing would have happened today. Nothing.
Yes, sir.
For 14 hours, I've been toiling at that desk.
Yes, sir.
For what? Sums about the money this department spends. A list of changed code names. An inventory of obsolete signal equipment. And a letter to my predecessor about a pair of boots he left in a cupboard. And I wouldn't have written that if he hadn't gone up a rank. Drink?
No, thank you, sir.
I used to be an agent in the field. I used to leave bump to other people. Now I'm strangled with it. Cooped up in this dreary office. And I drink too much.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. When I say that, I expect an encouraging no, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait. The file on Mareshka and his daughter.
It's on your desk, sir.
Huh? Ah. She's a pretty girl, the daughter, huh? Beirut used to be awash with pretty girls. When do they leave?
They're due to go next week, sir.
All right. Leave instructions for them in the usual place. A cheap tourist holiday the kind they can afford. And then they hire a car for the day. You know, the usual fake accident. Father and daughter killed in holiday tragedy. You know the rest.
Ah. Your Gideon Bible. Oh. No slip-ups?
Yeah, it's bloody hard work pretending you're a stranger in the middle of Shepherd's Bush.
Oh, it's well worth it to reach Belyakov.
No, there's not a chance. The organisation is full of cutouts. I mean, he won't get down to this level.
Because you're joining the ring was only the beginning. The next thing is to pass a private message along the line to Belyakov.
Oh, we don't even know his present code name.
We'll get it for you.
All right, what's the message?
The marshals intend to defect, to stay in the West and talk. That should bring them out quickly enough to eliminate them. It's a risk we have to take.
They were expecting me. He won't be able to keep up the post for long.
Long enough.
For what?
For the girl to tell him where your lot leave their messages.
Places can easily be changed.
Not before we pick up a few leads, old son. Especially the one that takes us to Belyakov.
Who?
Colonel Max Belyakov, your London boss.
But you prefer to use his code name, and that's what I want from you. Мне нужно это название. I want that code name.
Stand clear of the gates.
can be tricky getting a lift yourself sometimes.
This is your post office.
One of the busiest. It's our direct link with head office.
The embassy?
Yes. Best to check it regularly. Ah,
Delivery day.
drawing pin with a microdot in the head. It doesn't get dislodged, you see? It may be our travel instructions.
You're dying to get away, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, well, roll on deck.
Don't say that.
Squash. How I hate this boring way of keeping fit. Do you suppose in the American embassy they play skittles in the basement?
I'm told they have excellent recreation facilities in Grosvenor Square, sir.
That's what I like about you, Chelenko. Your face ripples with good humor like a frozen lake. What are you nosing about in there for, huh?
I saw the girl Mariska at the station. Naturally, she didn't know me.
So?
A man got into the lift with her. It wasn't Roskovich. It stands to reason, Colonel. She wouldn't make the collection with someone else there. I went down in the lift again as soon as I could. The drawing pin was gone.
All right, Chelenko. It may be a false alarm, but I think you'd better check.
Austria.
And from there you jump off?
Yes. Night flight to Vienna next Friday. Ah, it's almost time to start packing. I can hardly believe it.
Who's this then? Boyfriend?
Oh, no, that's Nicky, my young brother. I've missed him a lot, but Father...
Yeah.
Sorry, but we wanted to go home for such a long time. And now that it's just a few days away...
This is all the equipment I need then, is it?
Yes. Do you think it's wise to take it to your room?
Well, you see, I'm a little rusty on photo work. Dots didn't come into my side in Copenhagen. Don't worry.
Oh, that'll be Father now. Wait till he hears the news. What is it?
Oh, man. Man has come to the shop. He was leaving the lift as we were going in.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm quite sure. Dressed differently, but it's the same man.
Then he must be one of our people, the one who left the message.
Or one of their people.
A British agent?
The important thing is for me to get out of here. Is there another way?
There's the side door.
All right. Right, you go and keep him busy. Now treat him as you would any other customer. Go on. They never will learn about those wide trouser legs.
Yes, well, these are the most popular, 3 and 6 each. And did you want them for indoors or outdoors?
Indoors.
Oh, well, that gives you quite a range. £7, thank you.
I suppose you find running a shop rather a tie. Getting away from it, I mean.
It's difficult. But we're managing a holiday next week, as a matter of fact.
Oh? Faraway places?
8 days inclusive.
Leaving all this?
My cousin's coming. He's home from abroad.
Oh, he'll have quite a lot to learn.
Standard kit, no maker's stamps. East German, I should say.
You got Belikov's code name yet?
It's Oliver Cromwell. Bloody cheap. What is gluing you to that window?
One of Oliver Cromwell's men.
In the pet shop?
All right, don't wet your pants. It's me they're after.
Do you mean they're onto you?
Listen, they saw me going into the lift with a girl. I mean, what does that prove? No, they don't really know about Roskovich. Anyway, the girl doesn't even know if Dr. Zhivago down there is friend or foe.
And what happens if she finds out that he's friend and you're foe?
Well, they'll be up here after me, won't they? You better run home and tell Uncle Charlie.
And you better get on with that microdot.
Yeah. What happens to them when I've shopped them?
Oh, I thought Belyukov was nearest to your heart.
had quite a job getting rid of him, but I didn't give anything away. See you later.
Do you think he'll do it, Mears?
Yes, he'll shop the marshal, sir. He was sorting out the microdots as I left.
Belikoff's boys already sniffing around the pet shop. It's coming together very nicely, Mears.
Yes, sir. It's not such a hairy one, after all. Yes. What? Yes.
I'd forget my head if it was loose.
Marshal, sir. He's collapsed.
Blast.
Who is it?
It's me, Mr. Callan. Lonely.
All right. Hang on.
You in a run or something?
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling out Mr. Callan outside the door.
Well, I'm sorry. I remember to say Ross downstairs.
Well, look, you just keep remembering it, will you?
Yeah. Must be snug, eh? Living right on top of a boozer.
My God, Lonely, you smell like rising damp today. You really do.
Well, a drink might cure it, Mr. Callan.
After hours.
All right. Well, what do you want me to do, then?
I want you to go to the tube station. Take a ride in a lift.
What for?
Drawing pin. In your hand. Don't lose it.
You're going off your rocker,
I
Mr.
don't want any jokes. You get into the lift and make sure you get it on your own. I mean, that shouldn't be very difficult for you, should it?
All right, I get in the lift on my own. Well, then what?
Oh, you see a bench left-hand side. Sit down on it. Put the drawing pin underneath the bench, right-hand side.
Is that all?
Yeah, then you beat it.
You mean you just want me...
I just want you to do what you're told. Yes. Your father? Well, how bad is it then? All right, I'll come over.
Mr. Callan, if you just tell me what tube station I'll go and do
No,
it.
forget it.
Well, what about this?
I better take that back.
I'll soon be on my feet. Yes, Doctor?
We'll see about that later.
The main thing is to rest.
I'll be back in a couple of days. Take this last thing at night, it'll help you sleep. Eat lightly and don't smoke.
Does he have to give it up, Doctor?
No, well, perhaps not.
Thank you, Doctor.
Doctor, what do you think?
3 or 4 months. But he'll get progressively more tired. Any physical exertion is bound to shorten his chances.
Yes. Well, how will he be in, say, a week's time?
Fair. But let's just worry about the next few days, shall we?
But you don't understand. We're going on holiday abroad next Friday.
I'd say that's quite out of the question.
Wouldn't the change do him good?
Travel, I wouldn't give him more than 6 weeks. I can't say fairer than that.
No, you can't. Thank you very much for coming, Doctor.
Your father's dying.
Yes.
Does he know?
No.
But you did, you knew.
When he had the last hospital test, they told me. I don't care what the doctor says, we're going.
Look, I wouldn't have gone within a mile of that place if I'd known. Trust you to use a man with only a few months to live.
What Belyakov was what matter to you?
There's always another time.
The marshals are spies.
Oh, they're tiddlers, they're postal clerks. Just said so yourself.
I didn't say they could leave the country.
You could let them slip away.
Oh, could I really?
What do you need them for, anyway? Part of your annual drive, is it? Make up to brigadier, will they?
Don't be childish, Callan.
Listen, the marshals will get 20 years apiece. The old man will be dead in a British jail in a couple of months. I mean, do you still play God Save the Queen every time you come into the office?
I'm beginning to doubt your loyalty, Callan.
If you mean my loyalty to you, mate, you're dead right. No, you want Belyakov. You get him yourself.
Send Mears in, please.
Oh, yes, send Mears onto it. Belyakov will eat him alive. Go on, put Mears onto it.
It's hardly necessary now.
You're dead right, it isn't. Because I didn't deliver your phony message.
It's not exactly what I meant, Callan. Yes, well?
It's, all right, sir. He'll be well away by now.
Roskovich?
With our help, of course. You see, I thought you might turn soft, Callan.
I should imagine he's gone straight home to Belyakov with the news that Callan's joined the family business, sir.
A bit dodgy for the marshals, what?
That must be, sir.
My guess is that as good as dead already, even without his message.
Bastard! This is what happens when they chain me to a desk. And what do you think this man, this substitute, has told his section?
I couldn't say.
And how much did you tell them, hmm?
Very little.
But enough for them to put somebody else in your place. To me, that sounds like a lot, comrade.
I assure you, they only forced me to reveal a few minor details. I was given a rough time. It's in my report.
It's all here.
Well, they're as slack as this in Copenhagen?
May I remind you, Colonel, they knew of my arrival in London.
Maybe. But couldn't you have avoided arrest?
They said it was a customs search. I had to behave as an ordinary passenger.
A good agent would have sensed danger. You don't even know where you were questioned.
I escaped from a van while I was being taken from one place to another.
You might just as well have finished the trip.
I take it you'll have me reassigned.
I'll request it with pleasure. Well, I don't hold out much hope for you.
What do you mean?
You failed. Dead letterboxes we can do something about. There are documents here. Signal codes, frequencies, transmission times. If it's not too late, everything must be removed. Everything, yes?
Yes, sir. May I make a suggestion, sir?
Yes.
Why don't I take this Callan to a place for questioning? Could give him a taste of his own medicine.
Callan?
Yes, sir. Roskovich overheard his real name. It's all here.
Is this the man you saw with the girl?
Why, yes, sir. Do you know him?
Yes.
You're going to deal with this yourself?
Look after the office.
Does this Callan mean something?
Yes. I missed him once.
Moving in?
Yeah, well, with your father laid up. Best if I'm on the spot.
The pub's only across the road. There's nowhere for you to sleep here.
Don't worry, I'll find someone at the back.
In the back? But there's nowhere there.
Where are you going?
Shopping. Do you mind?
No, make it quick.
Yes, Comrade Commissar.
Side door. Is it locked?
Yes, the side door is locked. Now listen to me. Would you mind telling me what on earth you think you're doing?
Well, I'm expecting a visitor. Same fella who came earlier on. He'll probably be coming back with some friends.
If there's a danger of us being arrested, shouldn't we get out and warn the embassy?
Well, I think they've probably got the message already.
Very good grouping, Mears. I don't even need this.
Telescopic, sir. Do you want me to use it?
Callan might miss.
It's a nice weapon, sir.
Belyukov has just left the embassy, sir.
Is anyone there? Oh, it's you. Where's Nadia?
Oh, she'll be back in a moment. Feeling better?
Oh, much better. This would have to happen now.
Yeah. Tired, eh?
A little. You know, we start off with no nerves at all, and gradually we come to be made up of nothing else. But I shall travel next week. I shall not be lying here.
That's a spirit.
It's all right, you know. I guess. It's not just my espionage days that are over. Did Nadia tell you?
And she thinks you don't know.
That is because I'm thinking it.
Yeah, sure.
You should try not to tense every time you hear that bell. Remember, it's a pet shop.
Yeah, it's a proper little jungle clearing.
You seem to have taken over here already.
Mr. Ross, I got your message.
Come in.
Mr. Ross, what's happened to Mr. Callan? What's that for?
Don't worry, Callan is not due for removal yet. This is just in case he makes a mess of things.
Did he send for me?
No, I did.
Well, I only works for him.
Stand still. I want you to take him a message. He's over there in the pet shop. Tell him that Charlie is at the ringside. As soon as Oliver Cromwell has been knocked out, he is to phone me here. Have you got that?
I think so.
You know, it's just as well you weren't directly involved with Cromwell, sir.
Why?
Well, he once lopped off another Charlie's head, sir.
Oh, very droll, yes.
I thought they were sitting up there waiting to pick you off.
Yeah. One of these days they will. One of these days.
Mr. Callan, look, what sort of trouble are you in?
Gun. Got the gun I asked for. Oh, go on, Scarpa.
Mr. Callan, look, if you're up against a mob, I could round up a few lads of my own. Are you going to use that against this Cromwell bloke, Mr. Callan?
Callan,
I thought I told you to stay in the back shop.
you aren't, Ross.
No,
British.
I didn't know it showed.
Who is this?
He's a fellow of the Royal Zoological Society, darling. He's got nothing to do with this. He's quite harmless and he knows nothing. Well, go on. If you don't believe me, go on, search him.
All right, get in there, against the far wall, and don't move.
Yeah, and be very quiet. The old man's asleep. Go on.
You were planted on this.
Look, I'm sorry that you and your father have to be involved.
It's a strange sort of remark for a policeman. We're spies, after all.
I may well be strange, love, but I'm not a copper.
I got this in case you needed me. It's just as well I had it.
I don't think very much of your chances when Cromwell gets here.
What do you mean?
He's on his way now. He knows I'm here. But he's not coming just to get me. He'll get rid of you two as well. You see, the balloon's gone up. You're going back, you're giving up. You're expendable. Your father even more so. I mean, isn't that so, Mr. Marshall?
What's that?
RSPCA, sir.
Oh, dear, they really do pick the moments, don't they?
Mr. Callan, I've got a confession to make. I've been in the hardware business for years, but I've never once pulled a trigger.
It's easy. You just pull the trigger.
Mr. Marshall?
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's laid up.
And you are a stand-in, Callan, in more ways than one.
Fancy uniforms are all the rage nowadays.
Functional. And it did work. Let's see. Is it 3 or 4 years?
6.
And here you are, turning up inside my own organization. At the hands, please. I could have sent one of my assistants. But when I heard it was you...
Yeah. I know just how you feel.
I almost got you that other time. When the other little bird got in the way. Instinct. What a useful thing it is. Where are the marshals?
You gonna put them down too?
I have to protect the network. Anyhow, what difference does it make to him? A few weeks? Also, I can no longer afford the chance of having you catch up with me, Callan.
You were meant to catch up with me. You were meant to walk into the little mousetrap, and you did.
Too bad it didn't work.
You frighten the pets.
The hell is Belyakov?
He may be hanging about waiting for that van to... Oh, look, sir, it's pushing off now.
Charlie, your friend said to tell you it's time for you to cross the road.
What do you mean, Callan's gone?
Blood, sir.
Oh, good, then he's done it.
A bloke's been shot, but he isn't killed.
What the hell is Callan playing at? Miss Marshall, I want another word with you.
I think he means you.
Yes.
I've had to do a deal.
Deal?
Listen, the marshals go home, and I'll finish the job. They go home now.
Now listen to me.
Listen, there's a plane leaving at 6 o'clock.
Now listen to
You
me.
need listen to me. Now, that gives you just about an hour and a half to get to the airport, right? If the marshals aren't on that plane, then he goes back to the embassy. Yes?
Mr. Callan, they're gone. The plane just took off.
Right, thank you, London.
Marshals have gone?
Yeah.
Well, what are you waiting for?
You should have stayed unconscious.
It would have been easier, wouldn't it?
It's not going to be very hard with a bastard like you.
But you still can't pull the trigger.
Shut up.
You can't leave me here, you know. I'd go straight to the hospital with diplomatic immunity.
Shut up.
If you were one of my people, Callan, I'd fire you.
Yeah, go on, go on.
That girl in Beirut.
Yeah, let's talk about her, shall we?
She needn't have died.
You're right, she needn't.
And she wouldn't have done, not if you'd killed me when you had your chance.
Go on, go on.
But you weren't tough enough. You were weak then. Just as soft as you are now.
Yeah, go on. Go on, you're making it so much easier. Well, go on!